That's right. Lots of noise today. Welcome to Real and Raw. It is October 31st, 2023, and Andy and I have been installing a new front door. We have gotten down to probably mid-50s today, and it's still going to continue to be a little bit cooler for the next couple days. So we're kind of in rush mode to get it installed, but actually it's kind of refreshing. So while he's finishing up a few things, I thought, you know what, I'm going to start on dinner, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. With this cooler weather, maybe I should go out and harvest the rest of my herbs. So I keep a little like kitchen herb setup outside on my back deck. And basically this is it here: parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And what I do is I put them in little mason jars just as I harvest them throughout the months. And with it, winter coming, I thought, you know what, I should probably get these set up for putting them in my ice cube tray, so I have them for Thanksgiving, for the winter cold days, to put in stews, to put in roasts, whatever you choose to do. And thought, you know what, I'll put them in my ice cube trays and I'll get them ready for the season. So I thought I would show you my technique and what's kind of worked for us. So again, I pretty much use all of these herbs, and if you talk to my daughters, they will remember that there's always herbs sitting out on my back deck. So we do also plant these up at the garden at our property, but I keep them also nearby in my kitchen. So you can, if you choose to, buy them at a farmer's market. I like to grow them myself, and that way they're fresh, and every time you harvest them, they keep coming back throughout up until mid-fall. So we're in zone 7, and that's my preference, to keep them growing. And I really enjoy having those fresh to put with like a charcuterie tray. As you know, previous videos show that Andy's doing a lot of meats from the half a pig that we bought this year. And it's just going to be really nice for company and the upcoming holidays. So what you want is ice cube trays. You can get these at the dollar store, Dollar General, whatever you want to call it. It's not always $1, but they're pretty inexpensive. And I just go ahead and I take my herbs and keep them in water. I fill this up about halfway, and maybe for like a day or two, I'll leave them in here and let them just kind of hydrate. I try not to go past a day, but it does happen. So I just kind of keep them in here until I'm ready to use them. And we are probably going to be going out of town. So I thought I'll go ahead and I'll harvest these, and at least they'll be fresh for the upcoming holidays. So what I usually do is I put them in water, but this year I decided I'm going to put them in olive oil. It has to be extra virgin olive oil, and I have some here. Hopefully I have more downstairs, but we'll see how far we get with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply kind of separate these out. I'm going to put my parsley here, my sage here, rosemary and thyme, and we'll go from there as to how we get these set up in here. So, all right, I've already rinsed these off. So I'm going to take my parsley, this over here, and I'm going to break off the stems. Some people like to use their stems, but I'm just going to kind of keep it fresh. I've already checked for leaves that have turned or that look like they're too dried out, but you still want to check and make sure that you've given them a good clean and that you've removed any debris that may have fallen in here from like the fall leaves or whatever outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply lay them here. And I'll have to use a big knife, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to chop them up. And put these inside the ice cube trays. So be careful. What I may end up doing is put them in a food processor and see if that goes a little bit quicker. But for now, just because I just harvested these, I'm going to go ahead and just put them in the ice cube trays and get them going. So, simple enough. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the trays. We're trying to get this done as quick as we can because it's starting to get dark. And we may end up having to finalize everything tomorrow. Okay, so I've got my parsley and I'm going to continue with my sage. And these stems are a little woody, so I don't necessarily want them. I'm just going to pull off the leaves. I don't mind the stems on the leaves, but these thicker stems are a little too woody for my preference. It smells wonderful. And then you can, cut them up even more. Whatever consistency you want them to be. Out to be probably a tablespoon. So if you're measuring out your ingredients, you plop one of these in and you have a tablespoon. With my rosemary, I'm just gonna take them off the stem. Again, a little woody, getting to the end of the season. simply push that down, it comes right off. Hopefully you can see that in there. Okay, last but not least, I got my thyme. Again, I'm going to probably leave the stems in here, unless they're too woody, which these actually might be a little woody too. I'm going to take them right off the stem. past. And then we save them for spices throughout the year, because they'll store for at least a year. Do your own research on that, but that's been our experience. In fact, the reason I'm doing it this way is I did it last year and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it again this year, a little bit different. Rather than have them in the dehydrator. I'm wanting to get a freeze dryer. Because they store in Mylar bags and they store up to like 6 months or longer. Different technique. But for now, I'm going to continue this method and do it a little bit different. Rather than just have the dry herbs. Then what I like to do is any herbs that are left over, I'll just simply wrap them up in a wet paper towel and put some plastic wrap around them and store them in the fridge. Or you can even freeze them. Depends on when you want to use them. So if you're going to use them within, a couple weeks, keep them in the fridge. Otherwise, you can put them in the freezer for later. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for now. And there we have it. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I just kind of smush them down in there. So they're kind of submerged under the olive oil in this case. Usually I would use water. And there you have it. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.